morning guys, it's Jeffrey and welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday everyone. Today I just wanted to do a Sunday vlog. Come with me on a slow Sunday and see what I'm up to. Right now I'm just gonna get ready for church and I don't really know what I'm doing today. That's the thing I like about Sundays is they can just be really slow. I don't have a lot I have to do, so I can kind of just think about what needs to get done this week, and it's just honestly a really nice day for hopefully some rest and relaxation. I'm about to go shower and get ready for church, and then I'll check back in with you. I start off by lint rolling my shirt because lint shows up on black shirts so much. Then I also put my zip up on and lint roll that as well. Milo's hair gets literally everywhere. Then I apply my CeraVe hydrating toner to my face, which helps give me that hydration and locks in the moisture. I use the CeraVe Night Skin Renewal Cream and it really locks in a thick layer of moisture. Then I use Kiehl's Avocado Eye Treatment underneath my eyes. This helps the dark circles and makes me shine. Then I just go through my hair with a comb and then apply some Heritage by Mindy ahead of the curl cream and scrunch my curls. For my fragrance, I'm using the 1 Million Elixir. This smells so good. Now I'm using Wild Deodorant, the Sugar Plum scent. Milo's very cute, but he's interrupting my outfit of the day with his squeaker. Milo's outfit of the day is that boot because he licks his paw, and oh my goodness, this dog is loud. He chews at his paw, so he has to have this boot on. I'm wearing this zip up from Lululemon, these pants from Lululemon, my shoes are from Nike, and this black polo is from Michael Kors, my watch is from Apple, and there's the squeaking again. I'm all ready, headed to church now. I'm gonna eat this Belvita cranberry orange breakfast, a little munchie on the way because I just didn't have time to make something. That's usually how it goes on a Sunday morning. I just got back from church. It was a really good service. We were finishing up our series on Joseph and the story of forgiveness. I was taking notes. Today there was a lot of emphasis on delay is not denial. If God is not answering us right away, that does not mean he's denying our request. That really encouraged me because I still don't have a full-time job. I'm still just being a guest teacher, and sometimes it's discouraging, especially when I've prayed and asked God like several times. So just being encouraged and remembering that it doesn't mean the answer is no. You know, maybe this is what I needed for this time in my life, for this year, just to be a guest teacher, have a more flexible schedule. It allows me to do things like this, create videos, which is nice because I don't think I would have as much time for like this creativity if I was in a full-time position. So it's just given me more opportunities than I think I thought. And it's also given me opportunities to see like where the best workplaces are and where I should really try to get a job. Now I'm just back home. I think I'm going to go inside, make some food, and just literally relax. I don't even know. For lunch, I'm thinking of just reheating this chicken pesto pasta that I made. Does your family do leftovers? I feel like some people are like, yes, we always do leftovers, and some people just never do the leftovers. We are always doing leftovers here because it's just easier. Like you go to all that work to make the food and then you get to have it more times. I think I do need to add a little bit of water to this and like mix it up. Let's see how this turns out. I always cook my food for higher time, lower power because I think that it just cooks better. Like heating it up slower rather than like super fast. I'm totally a juice person, so I'm pouring myself a glass of Welch's grape juice. I feel like I used to be terrified that I would stain something as a kid, but now I'm an adult, so hopefully cheers to drinking this and not staining my white pants. Snack Factory pretzel chips and Tillamook cheese is literally a go-to snack for me. Excuse me, Milo? No way. Does your dogs go sniff your food at your house? Because this is what this dog be doing. I'm gonna eat my pasta and my snack and then probably just catch up on text messages to friends right now. Maybe grab my laptop and watch a little Wizards of Waverly Place. I started rewatching it like a couple years ago and I never finished. And now I'm on season 4, the final season. So I'm like, I gotta finish watching it. I also need to think about what recipes I should cook this week. I kind of want to cook tikka masala again. I've done it a few times and it always turns out really good. This is my second time making the chicken pesto pasta. My first time I feel like turned out so well, and this time I'm like, I don't know. I was feeling a little about it. I don't know if that ever happens to you, like you follow a recipe and like sometimes it turns out one way and sometimes it turns out the other, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I did everything right, but who knows. I try to make one meal a week with my family because my parents do the rest of the cooking, and so if I can cook a meal and we can have that for 2 nights, it just makes things a little easier and it gives me more practice and experience cooking. I do like to try new recipes. I want to look up a recipe for paneer and try to make that, like the cottage cheese curry. Oh my gosh. It sounds so good. There's a place up the road from my house called Curry's. Literally so good. I get takeout from there sometimes. I need to tell you this funny story about the Apple Store last night. I went to look at iPads because I'm really thinking about getting an iPad soon, because I think, one, when I go to get my master's done, I feel like if I do any more school, I just want an iPad to like write notes on or like read the textbooks on, because when I got digital books on my laptop, it was so annoying to have to read them on there. So I feel like iPad for textbook and then like either typing assignments on my laptop or like, I don't know, just having 2 like devices with larger screens I feel like would be helpful. And then plus like editing videos would be so nice to use an iPad for, and like making thumbnails, just like my content creation would be super nice to use an iPad for. And then travel also, like watching videos, watching movies, because I can't download shows on my laptop. Like you can't download like Disney Plus downloads, like you can't download stuff, at least not that I'm aware of. If you know how to do that, maybe let me know in the comments, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't think you can download stuff on laptops, but you can download them on iPads for the streaming services like Disney Plus or like Netflix. Like normally you download them to the app on your device, but like with the computer, since you're just using the browser. Anyways, I was at the Apple Store and this lady was trying to buy an iPad and there was no one helping us just because the store was like so busy. And I was just looking. I honestly had a few questions for people, but I was kind of just waiting until like someone would come over. Usually I feel like they're coming over to you at the Apple Store, like asking you, and I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I just want to play with the iPad. No, like none of them were there. And then this guy like came over and said like, someone will be with you shortly. And then the lady was like, actually, I'm talking to him, and like pointed to me, and she was asking me all of these questions. She was like, which iPad do I need? Like, and I'm like, well, what are you going to use it for? Like, and she was just telling me like, she wants to check her email. She wants to watch movies, like pretty much the basic stuff. So I'm like, honestly, you'd be good with just like the iPad, but she wanted the bigger size. So I'm like, okay, then get the iPad Air, but like the 13-inch. And she's like, Air? What is that? And I'm like, it just means it's like lighter and whatever, faster than like just the iPad. And she's like, okay. And then I was telling her like, you probably don't need the iPad Pro. That's for people that are like running heavier programs like video editing software and like graphic design software, like that need that, like those features. And she's like, Pro, Air, what is that? I don't know what all these things are. So she was just like asking me about it. I was like kind of explaining to her, and nobody came and helped her, which was so annoying. And then she just left because she was like, I don't have time for this. And then these kids came over and like, I'm like trying out one of the iPads, and then they come over and they're like, how do you get these pens to work? And they're like trying to write on the iPads. I'm like, oh, like just tap the screen, like they work. And one of them's the pen was working and one of them, the pen wasn't. And so I don't know if it wasn't charged or if it wasn't the right pen for that iPad or something. Something was going on and the kid like couldn't get the pen to work. Then he's like, why isn't it working? And the other kid was like, can we take these off the charger? And like starts unplugging it. I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, do you work here? And I'm like, no, like I'm just a customer like you. And they were just like, oh. I'm like, yeah, there's no one working over here helping us. Like multiple people asking me questions. I'm like, just hire me now. Like I could probably answer most of your questions. And I'm looking for a gig this summer. Like, are you hiring part-time for the summer? Because clearly you need the help. You can get an education discount on Apple devices like the iPads and the Macs if you're a teacher or you're a current college student. So since I fit those categories, I can take advantage of the education discount. If those categories apply to you, definitely take advantage of their education pricing. I'm waiting for this summer though, when they do the deal where like if you buy an iPad, they give you like a gift card, or they used to do a free pair of AirPods, but now I think that like everybody has AirPods, like people weren't using them. Like I think people were just getting them and then trying to resell them. So instead Apple does like buy this and then we'll give you a free gift card. Then you could put that gift card towards like a case for it, or if you don't have a pair of headphones, getting the pair of headphones, or like putting it towards an Apple Pencil would be ideal because they're kind of expensive. So I'm just gonna wait for the summer until that deal rolls around. Thoughts on Girl Scout cookies? I have these Samoas. They're my favorite. Crisp cookies with caramel, coconut, and dark chocolatey stripes. I know people feel certain ways about Girl Scout cookies, but these ones are my absolute favorite. I cannot believe that we've had these sitting in the pantry for that long. I feel like they would be devoured by now, but I think my family must have forgotten they were in there. This is my shelf of plants. I just watered them. I do once a week usually. That allows for just the right amount of water, and then they usually don't need anything else. They just chill here throughout the week. Every day I make sure to open the curtains to give them light. I'm so tired after church and after eating lunch. Literally on Sundays, I just want to lay down and take a nap. And honestly, that's kind of what Sundays are for sometimes. But I think I'm just going to lay in bed and read the book I've been reading recently, which is called The Anxious Generation: How the Great Rewiring of Childhood is Causing an Epidemic of Mental Illness. It literally pulls out the research behind why phones and screens are causing people to be depressed. Right now, I'm on the chapter titled Why Social Media Harms Girls More Than Boys. The following chapter talks about what is happening to boys, and I think that chapter has to do more with video games, just because there's probably a greater percentage of boys playing violent video games than girls. These devices can affect boys and girls differently. You guys, this book is actually so sad. I'm reading it and I almost want to cry. Like, it's just talking about the comparison that people feel like, and they have like testimonies from like people and like stories like about this girl who like became addicted to social media and just like heard all these harmful things and then developed an eating disorder. Then this other girl, they put like a snippet of something she said on Reddit in here that's like, I can't stop comparing myself. It came to a point where I want to myself because you don't want to look like this no matter what. I'm still ugly and feel ugly. I constantly cry about this. It's like so sad. I just don't understand how these companies can go on like purposely using these devices and using these apps against us, like all for their own profit. So I seriously recommend that you check out this book. It will give you a new perspective on what we should be spending our time doing. Like seriously, I'm sitting here and I'm like thinking about the limits that I need to put on my social media use because I think it's having an impact on my own mental health. You guys, look at these farm fresh eggs. I'm about to hard boil some of them because I want them in my lunch as an easy protein. I need to get the ice bath ready. I'm hoping that these eggs turn out. It's been a while since I've made hard-boiled eggs. I just googled a quick tutorial, but now they are in this ice bath. It should help them stop cooking, and then I'll be able to put them in the fridge, and they'll be a super easy lunch item this week for me. I just got off the phone with my sister. I was talking to her for a while after I hard-boiled the eggs, and we were just catching up on life and talking about this summer. We are so excited, literally so excited for the summer. I also just changed because we are going to take Milo for a walk at this little island nature reserve place, so we're leaving for that now. It's really pretty. I'll show you guys. So the fit now is this Champion sweatshirt embroidered with my university, these joggers from Lululemon, and these socks from Nike. I'm about to put on my green Hokas and we'll be good to go. We are taking a walk on Smith Island. It's very sunny, very pretty, and there's something about the sun that's just so healing. Like living in Washington, not seeing the sun for many days, and then having these days where it's sunny, there's just something that's so healing and nice about it. I literally just have to say, I am so impressed at the quality of these microphones. Best investment I've made. I feel like I used to be so worried about my audio quality, and I was always having to like fix stuff and cut stuff out, and things just weren't working. And these microphones, I mean, I tell a huge difference. Like, I barely have to edit my audio anymore. I think it's just like a serious improvement, and I'm not worried about like the wind cutting out the audio, because it's just so much better with these microphones and with the windscreen specifically. We just got back from taking a walk. We went to Starbucks. I got the strawberry acai lemonade, which I haven't had it in a while. I always go for their like refresher lemonades, and I've been loving the blackberry sage one, but I was like, I haven't got the strawberry acai in a while. Like, this is a classic. Been around for years, like since I was in high school at least. They used to have the very berry hibiscus one. I miss that one, but this one's super good. So don't mind the hat hair. I wanted to show you what product I used to like fluff my hair back out after wearing a hat, because it's cold. So then I go to put on a hat and then my hair's flat for the rest of the day, and we can't have that. I use this texturizing powder called Magic Dust from Heritage by Mindy, and it's really easy to use, honestly. You just sprinkle a little bit in your hair, just fluff it out, and it gives your hair more volume. It literally disappears into your hair. Like, you can't even see it, and it just wakes up those flat spots. I really like it for just a lot of volume. I guess you could use it if you just like wanted more volume too, but I just use it on my hat hair just to fluff it back out, and it honestly takes care of the problem for me. As you can see, we are now super full and good to go with this hair. We had a good walk around Smith Island. I feel like just going around your neighborhood sometimes gets old, so it is really nice to drive somewhere and just walk around, enjoy the nature. There were ducks there too, which were super cute. Now I'm just thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm taking the day off, but really I have an interview for a long-term substitute position. It's just like the pool. After having this interview, then different schools can choose to hire me if they need a long-term sub at their school to fill in for a teacher who's going to be gone for an extended period of time. So I'm hoping to do well on this interview. I have this Padfolio interview vibes, professional, but inside it has a notepad. I have a paper copy of my resume in case the people don't have it handy. And then I also usually keep my references here too, so that I can just be like, here you go, here are my references, call them, pull them immediately. But I have this pad folio, and on it I have like basic things that I need to remember, because you are allowed to reference notes in interviews. So like I have, tell me about yourself, how do you maintain classroom management? That's a big question they ask in interviews. And like I have a few more things that I need to write down in this section of things that I want to remember to say tomorrow in my interview, just things that I've learned more. Strengths and weaknesses. Always name a weakness but turn it into a strength. So I say that I'm too self-critical on myself because I'm constantly reflecting on how I can be a better teacher. See what I did there? Again, I wrote more notes on classroom management, so I need to think through what I want to say a little more and write some notes down. But normally I don't reference my notes in the interviews, because normally for me, like, writing it down beforehand helps me to internalize it. I don't want my interviews to feel too like robotic when I'm talking. I just want it to feel like natural. I don't know. So to me, there's a balance of like thinking beforehand of what you're gonna say and having some ideas in your head, rehearsing perfectly like what you would say. Like you still want it to feel like a conversation. So I don't know. I need to like think through that a little bit more. There's so much I want to talk about in my interviews sometimes that I'm just like giving them so much information. I really want to pick out like the most important things to share with them, but I'm really excited about this interview. I will be working Tuesday through Friday this week, and I'm also dog sitting this weekend on Friday, so like I need to pack for that. Sometimes on Sunday nights I have more church that I go to. I go to like a worship night, or they have a young adult service, but tonight they don't have anything. They usually do it every other week. So tonight I just get to relax at home. I think I'm gonna play some games with my mom and maybe watch some TV, eat dinner for sure. Not a whole lot going on. I might work on editing my ASMR cleaning video, which I'm excited about. Kind of different. I've never done an ASMR video before. I think the fruit in these drinks are the best part. I know some people don't like the fruit. Like they'll get this drink and be like, no berries. And I'm like, it is literally my favorite part. I'm gonna end the vlog here just because I'm gonna be relaxing, having a chill night with my family the rest of the night. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this chill Sunday. I didn't do a whole lot. I was just kind of chilling at home, but I did go out for that walk and I did make some hard-boiled eggs. But honestly, that is what Sundays are for, just resetting for the week, chilling. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. And click subscribe so that you don't miss any of my other videos. Turn your post notifications on. I love and appreciate you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye.